Hey, it's me, Riker. Today we're going to have a look at the brand new event, Vaults of Time. Now, this is a massive play event which consists of 70 people, either from your guild, friends, or the entire world's player base. So the first thing that you have to do is click on Enroll. Once you've done this, you'll see these two panels. Now, you can either enroll for casual or honorable. Now, casual is free to enter. However, for honorable, you have to pay an upfront fee of 3,000 diamonds. Now, the difference between the two is honorable, you'll get more rewards. In addition, you'll also get the 3,000 diamonds that you paid upfront, and you'll get an extra 3,000 diamonds on top of that as well. Now, the difficulty will be harder as well for honorable. So let's have a look at the different rewards. So, as you can see, the rewards for both casual and honorable are similar. However, for honorable, you will get more rewards for completing each task. Now, once you complete all of the individual challenges for each title, you will be able to claim all of the rewards for that specific title. This goes for Knight, Baron, Viscount, Earl, Marquis, Duke, and Prince. And these are the diamonds that I mentioned previously. And at certain titles, such as Baron, you'll get a choice chest, which will have a variety of great rewards. The same is true for Earl, as we can see here, and for Duke as well. Now, the rewards get better as you rank up, and you can claim all of the rewards from start to finish if you have completed all of the challenges. Now, the three main things that you have to do in this event is firstly, expand your territory. So you'll start off this event by acquiring T1, T2, or T3 settlements, as can be seen in the picture here. Now, as you get higher settlements, this will give you better relics, such as this one over here, and this will give you more resources such that you can build more relics and upgrade your main faction. So in this case, it's warriors. So you'll be able to power level your warrior faction if you are using most of those heroes. Now, once you are able to get higher relics, this will increase your power, allowing you to expand into more difficult territories, such as T4, T5, T6, and all the way to T8 settlements. And once you have enough power, you'll be able to defeat powerful bosses that are scattered throughout the map. Now, some of these bosses are gatekeepers. So, as you defeat this gatekeeper, this will allow you to essentially enter into the new zone, which have higher difficulty settlements and will give you better rewards. Now, once you've completed all of these challenges, you'll be able to complete and gain all the rewards. Now, the rules for this event are honorable enrollees are required to spend diamonds. Honorable enrolled players will only be placed with other enrolled honorable members during the event and shall not encounter any casual players. Difficulty for the Vault of Time for honorable enrollees is more difficult than casual. However, honorable enrolled players shall receive more rewards for ranking up their titles. Players that reach the title of Duke and Prince will receive an additional reward of diamonds. Only honorable enrolled militias may compete on the leaderboard. Once enrolled for an honorable expedition, the decision cannot be reverted. So, if you're a very active player, I would highly recommend enrolling for honorable. So, you are a starter account, and now you would like to decide on what is the best faction that I can use in order to be able to conquer this event. So let's have a look at your heroes. The first thing that you will start off with is click on each of these factions, being warriors, tanks, celerity, mages, and support heroes. Now you have to choose your main damage tree, being either warriors, tanks, celerity, or mages. And what you are looking for is a large amount of heroes. So if you're an endgame account, you'll have most of the heroes built, and you can essentially start with whatever account you want. Now, if you're a starter account and you don't have the required heroes, you need to choose the faction which has the most damage dealers and heroes that are actually usable. So let's start with warriors. As you can see here, I've got a decent amount of warriors. However, you can only use a hero which is elite plus or higher. So in this case, I have got Auna over here. However, she's only elite. So I will not be able to use her in this event. So as we can see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 warriors, or 5 warriors that I can use in this event, which is slightly a bit too low. You'll need at least 2 to 3 teams that are extremely powerful or have the necessary damage in order to defeat their enemies in time. So as I've got 5 warriors, let's go to the next class. So for tanks, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So for my tank faction, I've got 10 heroes that I can use. However, because this is a timed event, so you'll need to defeat the enemies in a specific period of time in order to be able to get stamina back once you attack them. So I would recommend that you do not use tanks at the beginning. However, once you are leveled up later in the specific Vault of Time event, then you can start incorporating tanks in here. As from my tank faction, I can only use 2 heroes, and the rest will not be able to deal the damage that I need. So let's have a look at celerity. So here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So from here, I've got a decent roster that I can use. And what you can do is you can use a combination of your main faction with your support faction. So let's have a look at mages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So out of all the damage classes, my celerity has the most amount of heroes, and I can use them to easily defeat multiple enemies. As some of these tiers or settlements will require you to have multiple teams. So as we can see here, these settlements sometimes will require multi-stage battles. So this will, for a T8 for example, this will require you to have 3 teams in order to defeat them. You can also ask your friends in your militia in order to help you out with the earlier teams in order to claim some of these higher tiered settlements. But however, I would recommend that you have at least 3 teams that you can use in order to defeat these specific settlements. So as we can see, I've got 12 celerity heroes. Now I can use this in conjunction with my support heroes. So I can add a support in between my celerity, and this will allow me to essentially fill the gaps that I am missing. So if I add, for example, Rowan, Silas, and for example, Rosaline, this will easily cover all the healing and extra support that these heroes may provide. Now, each of these settlements will require that you spend stamina in order to be able to attack the enemies. So you'll start off with a certain amount of stamina when you enter the Vault of Time. However, each time you get defeated or essentially restart the battle or get victory over the enemies, you will lose stamina. However, every single hour or couple of hours, you'll gain a couple of stamina back. In addition, you will also require stamina to defeat the bosses and any minions that are also associated with the bosses. Now, each successful victory over the settlements will gain you back 3 stars. Now, each star will give you 2 stamina back. Now, some settlements only require you to essentially spend 12 stamina. However, some of them require much more stamina in order to be able to attack these settlements. So it is best to plan out your route and how you'll be able to gain access to the next tier. So one of the most important things about this event is sticking to one faction for the entire duration of this event. So if, for example, in my case, I'll be mainly using celerity heroes, you want to invest all of your relics and resources into this faction. So unless the specific challenges in order to get the next reward requires you to essentially invest in other classes, you only invest in your damage tree. There are multiple tiers of relics. Now, these relics will serve a crucial role as they provide the most amount of damage and stats for your heroes. Now, I would recommend that you always level up one relic at a time, unless it is required by one of the titles to rank up other classes as well. So once you have all 6 gear pieces for the specific class, you'll be able to ascend to the next tier. So common is represented by green. Then we have rare, which is represented by blue. Then the next tier is elite, which is represented by purple. And then we have legendary, which is represented by orange. And then we have the final tier being mythic, which is represented by red. Now, once you are by the red tier and you've got most of your damage relics, then you can, if you want to, spec into other classes or in order to level up their relics in order to be able to use them as well. In addition, you will also get a soul beacon item where you can use a hero from another class even though you have got no relics invested in that specific class.